am live, but I'm having problems because somebody's hacking my phone, of course. So that um I need to address another thing. I don't know how many people have been forced on or have gone on because of things that's going on, because this is not short term. This has been going on for a long time. That's why, when you hear derogatory comments come back at you, or somebody tells you in your job because you did something that you didn't do that's illegal or immoral, so they can't hire you, or you're incompetent, so they can't hire you. This is how long this has been going on. But what I need to talk to, like I said, people who have been forced onto government assistance like food stamps. Um, this is my kitchen. So I have to get what I can to eat. Nobody supports me. Like I said, I don't make anywhere close to the minimum reduction of my food stamps. And yet, I keep getting them cut down, which suggests to me that somebody's getting food stamps or a portion of my food stamps that doesn't qualify. There's on the voices from the podcast, the legal podcast, or the cover up podcast, I should say, that I hear in the Bluetooth are suggesting that the same thing is going on with my other check and some of my paychecks in the past, including the paycheck that went totally missing. I mean, 100% missing. And I know from what I understand is they keep trying to tell people that they should get the check because there's fraud involved on the behalf of whoever's doing this, organizing this. And there's more to it. I don't know everything that's to it, but there's fraud involved. There's somebody who's literally just taking the income. Same thing with your educational record from primary school, and I mean the preschool, nursery school on up. If you wind up having anybody tells you that your transcript is trashed, I don't know about you, but I've seen my transcript grades where I've had A's in classes from college, and they went down to F's. I tried to get it corrected, and it gets right back down. I went to the professors who actually graded me. Some of them are deans of their departments, and they corrected it, and it still went back to an F. Somebody's trying to justify taking us out also. That's part of the cover up podcast, but it was also part of the slander and defamation that, which, the false allegations that they have been, and I'm sure you've heard some people in your life, that's in your family or your neighbors or your friends or whoever, the voices that you have with the Bluetooth that's jammed in your ear over the past few decades, even going back to childhood, saying stuff or stuff coming back to you about people who said stuff that was derogatory, that was basically a bold-faced lie. All the attempts of getting people to justify taking us out right now, and they ramped it up with the podcast, making us look like buffoons. And like I said, it's not just, I don't know what the targeted group is, but those people who have a lot more to lose, who are in positions, who have a lot more to lose, really need to see if they got these same stupid podcasts out there, because if you've been on social media, you've seen some of them. But it's not just them, it's also us. Those of us that are struggling, day-to-day people. So, like I said, it runs, somebody's really trying to justify taking this out. And I don't know what the target or targets group is, but it is a target group. And my question is, how am I supposed to feed myself a month with less than $100 a month? And I don't have anywhere close to that kind of income. I have to pay my bills on the income, and it covers pretty much that. So how do I then feed myself on less than $100 a month when I've been forced to be in this position? Plus, the Bluetooth in your ear compromises things. Because once a job thinks that, and that's part of it too, the people who you hear are some of the people who will fax, email, phone your job, and then tell them the slanderous, derogatory stuff to get you fired. If not, show up in person and do the same thing. And say, well, they know you personally, they've known you for a long time, and this is what you do. To try to give validity to what they're saying. So you may have lost a lot of jobs like that. And if with this Bluetooth, you know you're not supposed to talk about what goes on at the job to a certain extent, everything comes out. Because it is a Bluetooth and it's two-way. It's not one. There's a mic attached to it. But it's in your ear. So anything that you hear, the Bluetooth hears, and it goes out. So, of course, you may have lost jobs, passed over for promotion, and won't get hired even, or rehired because of the Bluetooth in the ear. And everything else. Lost out on contracts as well if you're your own, if you work for yourself. Lost out on customers, lost out on clients, lost out on patients, whatever, because you work for yourself or whatever. The same thing applies, because you cannot put certain information when you work out there. And this gets out, the Cover Up podcast puts it out there as if you were the one who was actually telling the business, but you're not. It's because you can't turn it off. It's jammed in your ears so far down, you cannot pick these things out. You can only ear it, and it's more than one. Because, and I know this for a fact because I had it documented. I had it documented. So, I'm just letting you know, don't let the situation get you down. This has to stop. Any lawyers out there, like I said before, please help us out with that. Help us recover, everything. And that's also part of the lab rat in other houses. Like I said before, right now, if you live in a cold climate, you're probably freezing your tail off if it's winter. If it's summer, you're roasting. And maybe boiling and roasting or steaming and roasting, but you're doing something. So, and you're getting all these weird smells in, and you're getting that piss poop rain coming through your house because it's been vandalized multiple times, burglarized multiple times as well. Or your apartment, or you living in a homeless shelter right now because of the vandalism and the repeated burglarism and things like that. Because most landlords will not put up with that, especially if the people coming in claim they know you. Identity theft is another part of it. So I'm just letting you know that now. Credit look like it's crappy and you don't remember the last time you had a credit card, or you've always tried to pay. That's identity theft. And that's a big part of it also. So identity theft is wrapped into this too. As I said, it's all connected. And it's all connected with the illegal lab rat thing we're going through, which none of us asked to be part of, or thought we was or those that have known about being going into some kind of experiment. It probably was for something else and a short-term thing. But I know from my personal experience, I didn't ask to be a part of anybody's research. So, as a medical research patient. And I know my neighborhood has been harassed, my block especially, repeatedly. No, I'm not the only one. So it's all connected.